Hi guys, welcome to my stream today. Today is November 11, 2021. So bago tayo mag-start, share ko muna some of my transactions for today. BTC, may na-close ako sa 69,000, which is, yung 69,000 is the resistance of the Renko chart. So check natin mamaya. I think this is using the bit stamp. 60, oh, I think this Coinbase ata. Sorry. It's using Coinbase. And then what else? This is just some of my scalp trades for today. Near EOS, which I'm looking at yesterday, and then I close a bit of XRP. It's actually I got stop out. And then some others that are still open at the moment, like for example, I relong BTC with still the same TP, and then same with XRP and Shiba and Chili's. So I think let's start off with Shiba for today. Anyway, let me just explain first mine. So my entry point is around that. What's that? 51. Oh no. This one. Yeah. 5,146, which is at this area. Actually, this is divergence, a bullish divergence here. However, I'm sleeping around this around this time. So when I got up, wake up, I managed to relong at this time. So that's 5,146 with TP at I changed my TP to 10,000, and then stop loss at 5,300 area. I already adjusted that because it's already doing, or I already have a gains, and then I have also a post at the same entry price of 5,146. So anyway, let's just remove it, and maybe let's start a new one. then since the breakout point is at that area, my TP is this area, but it's 10,000. I just remove all the rest. So it's just 10,000 flat. So what else? Maybe we could add a bit of, so we'll add a bit of volume profile from there. And if you want to use the VWAP, you can actually do so. We have an anchored VWAP, which is, I think, I don't know if this, yeah, here on the first one. So you can also add that if you want, or if you are using that. So for here, same. Oh, sorry. EMA, so it seems like EMA 30 holds, but it will be better if the volume profile and of course the VWAP will be break out here. But I think it will continue to do so over the next couple of days. There is actually a divergence at this area, and it's, so that's the divergence point. The support I'm looking at is the previous low, which is close to 45, I think. I 4,500. No, it's the 48. So, or the EMA 30. So this is our support. This is our target. So what's the possible risk reward from here, if ever? So that's still a possible risk reward of 7.04, or a possible 92.68% without leverage. So I think that's it for now for Shiba, and then we'll move on with the rest of the cryptocurrencies. We'll start off maybe with, what else? Maybe BTC, and then the rest of the alts. So for BTC, we'll still use this one, the Bitstamp chart. This is a weekly chart, and I'm still maintaining the 300,000 as my hyper bullish target, with more than 100,000 as a possible year-end target. The support I'm looking at, the strong support, is at previous highs around this area, which is at 60,000 area. So I think that's it for now. Then we'll just check on the daily time frame using a Coinbase. So after it hit a new record high at 69, there's actually a bearish divergence formed in that area. And then, yeah, it retests the 63,000. The 63,000 is actually the one that support area using the Renko chart, or more or less also at the previous highs here. But I'm still maintaining my bullish instance until the end of the year. So any healthy correction is, for me, is a buy on dips or long, relong on correction. So which is, you can see me relonging after it hit my TP area reset. Here, which is so since there's no ROE there, there's actually a picture in it, but yeah, I don't know, it's not showing here. So anyways, so that's it for BTC. Of course, the immediate resistance is the all-time high, which is the 69, and possibly continue until the 75,000. I think that will be more or less close to this one, which is up by 54% month on month, which is close to that 76,600. That will also in jive with the Renko chart using the Bitstamp, because for Coinbase it's actually every 3,000 as support and resistance, plus or minus 3,000. So there's a difference, a 500 difference between Bitstamp and Coinbase Renko height. So I think that's it for now for BTC. Yeah, I think every correction still, for me, it's just a long. So anyways, as for this one, I can actually compute this using the average entry, and the TP price. However, it's much better if there is a shareable link to prove that the position had been closed. So maybe when there is a shareable link with Bitsy, then I'll share the actual closed position. So I think that's it for BTC, not much. Then, yeah, do you have? So what are the rest that we can look at? Maybe let's try to look at Ethereum. And let me just remove it. Actually, almost same with BTC. There's actually a bearish divergence over here, but I think this is just a temporary. That's why if you look at my sheet, actually I'm the divergence indicator. I want it as more on a short-term indicator. The point of control and the EMAs as a medium to long-term indicator, because you will ride it much longer. So I think uh, for Ethereum, I'm still maintaining that 6,000 something target, 6,000, 6,000 something. I think 6,400 as a target. But I still have my long position, which is waiting at 5,000 area, which is actually it's at my alarm within within the channel. Actually, it alarmed here. However, yeah, I was sleeping, so I did not relong an Ethereum around this area because my wait, let me just check. Because my alarm is at this one. This is actually 5:25 a.m. So since I'm still sleeping, I did not hear the alarm. But supposedly, I should have been, if I'm awake, I should have been open a long position at 4,462. Anyways, so yeah, so I think since it hold at that area, the one that I'm looking at, so I think it will continue to create a new all-time high in the next couple of days. But on conservative note, it will retest the all-time high at 4,867 and then possibly a 5,000 area. For the month, I'm looking at possibly $6,000. Oh, 6,400 I think as the target. So I think that's it for Ethereum. Nothing much. Support I'm looking at is the 4,000. 4,000, which is 4,460 breakdown. We can use the EMAs, which is 4,200 area. That's it. It's a very, and the last one here. So see, it's also within the point of control that serve as a support area. So do you have any other questions? Oh, he's asking for ADA. It's almost at my buying price. Anyway, where is that ADA? My buying price is actually 2.067. Let's just check a bit. Oh, let's just delete it a bit. That's really a very huge dump. It's just these candles for the meantime. Then we'll just add the other indicators. And then this one, we'll use this one. Okay. Short term, it might pull back because its RSI is at 49.89, which is above the regular bearish using divergence indicator. Anyway, so let's look at the rest. 2.22, 2.08. So it's almost on my buying price already. So as you can see, it's still trying hard, trying hard to break above. After it a breakout, a retested breakdown, and currently trying hard to break out the EMAs, also the point of control, and even the volume weighted average price, which is the blue line here. But I think over the next couple of days, it just need to. It's it's been too long already, so I think it will catch up over the next couple of days. That's my own opinion. 66 from its highs, so that's almost more than 2 months actually after that doji appearance. So we'll try to check on the lower time frame, which is possibly the 3 hours. There's a doji on 1 hour here, but we'll wait for the, on conservative note, I will wait how this next candle will close, because indecision appears. So it's also a possible reversal. Normally, you can see me retesting at this one, or yeah, having a transaction. But for this one, I'd rather wait because it did not even trade above the indecision point, which is 2.10. So on ADA, I'm much more on neutral side, though I have my position already at 2.06. The support I'm looking at is, of course, the previous low, which is around the 1.84 area. Immediate TP at the 3.10. Breakout to this resistance trend line. So I think that's it for now for ADA, because I haven't seen any breakout from here, from daily at 3 hours and 1 hour time frame. Though I'm expecting it to at least, it's okay to consolidate within this level and then possibly move up in the next couple of days. So we'll just use this one. So I'm expecting it to trade like that. So we'll just use this as, so much more on the neutral. For me, I'm much more on the neutral side, but yeah, I think it's much more on accumulation, in my opinion. It just need to wait or break out above this area again. So yeah, I think that's it, because the trend is still an uptrend. If you look at that, of course, the longer trend. Anyway, let's look at this one. Yeah, see, I'll just I might delete this one. So Renko, you can see that it's a bearish bar that could possibly retest the 1.87. So at this area, it's more bearish. So this is top the, so I'd rather wait for the reversal of this Renko bars. I'm still looking at, yeah, it's also the previous tops here, previous previous highs on that area. So I think the 1.87 is already a strong support area. Anyway, I'm still looking at 310 as a, oh, let's just try to check on this one. I'll just use this one. Oh, but since it's nearing the support area, you can actually accumulate within this area. Like for example, me, I already bought at 2.06, because the risk reward, though it's a spot, that's actually a spot trade. course, the risk reward is much higher, just even if more or less a possible 74% up, if ever. So yeah, I think that's it for ADA. So the longer term trend, it's still an uptrend. GRT. So what can be the target for ADA? Immediate target for ADA is of course the all-time high, which is the 3.10, and then break out to that more or less the 4 at 3.5. However, it depends on where the candle will might retest this trend line resistance area, because once it break this out, it will become the support area. So me, actually, since it's a spot, for me, I'm planning to sell it at $5, or at least on December next month. December next month. Yeah, it really depends on your plan, on how you plan to trade it. If it's spot futures, or you're planning to hold it for a long term. Actually, I also have ADA. I staked some which I bought last year. I think, yeah, I bought it at around, I forgot what, but I bought it as a at a very low price last year. I did stake some, and then I already take some profit on it, and then I part of that, I think it's already on the other exchanges that I'm using as a collateral, and then the remaining one is the capital plus still a profit. And then since I closed my Ethereum perpetual contract, I bought some ADA because I think it gonna pump within the next few days. And yeah, I'll just sell that on my TP area, which is a 5. So yeah, I think that's for ADA. GRT. So GRT though. So what happened to GRT? I also have GRT, but I'm staking it actually. So normally, if I plan to hold a long-term crypto, I normally stake it, buy, hold, and stake. Oh, it actually hold at EMA 30 during the dump yesterday. So I hope no one got liquidated, especially if you're trading futures. As much as possible, try to protect your capital. That's, I think, the most important priority. Because if, of course, if you don't already have the capital, you can no longer have a subsequent gains. So this is, we'll just type this. So yeah, as um what I have written in my sheet, I will use the EMA and the point of control as a medium to long term indicator, and then the short term will be the divergence indicator. Of course, this will also be the especially of course the trend. So since this is already a golden cross, I will expect it, of course, to move higher, and possibly will retest this. It's actually a possible W, I think. Yeah, if you try to look at it, wait, where is that? There. Though, though I think it might possibly form um, this pattern. We'll add a bit of this one from the start. So that's it. And then this one. So the volume, so the VWAP and the golden cross almost in confluence with it. So I think it will continue to trade and retest the all-time high, which is close to $3, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, just I'm mistaking it, but yeah, I don't know if I forgot the all-time high, 2.88. So more or less at that area, 2.99 or close to $3 area. So if you look at this one, the previous candle, daily candle, you can see that the EMA 30 holds, which is at the 0.97 area. So we'll use that as our immediate support, the 0.97, and then a breakdown to that 97 cents will be the 90 cents. Target, well, actually, since I'm expecting this one, I'm expecting the $2.99 as a target for GRT. Though you can actually, if you look at this one, this is actually a very strong resistance. So you might tip it at this area. Even this one. So this one too. But I'd rather use this one before, of course, the all-time high. So I think that's it for now for GRT. Kasi it really depends on how you plan to trade it. Like for me, I even forgot when did I bought GRT, but I'm mistaking it in OKEX. So yeah, it's more on a long-term hold for me. So anyways, so GRT done. May posible pang BT sa may second downtrend po. Let's see on BTC. Nag-hold na kasi siya eh. Ano ba yung Tagalog? Pa siya. So we'll do it. So do it natin in Tagalog. So kung napansin nyo, meron siyang ano dito. Nagkaroon kasi siya ng bearish dito. And then dito. Ba? Paakyat, pababa na yung divergence indicator. So nagkaroon siya ng bearish divergence doon. And yeah, luckily for me, nakapag-out ako sa 69. Nasabi ko ba? Pero meron pa akong isang order at 70,000, which is the na forgot ko na after ata nung mag-stream ako, na forgot ko din na i-adjust yung SL. Anyways, so yung nadan lang sa akin is the 69 and then the 70,000 na TP area, yun, naiwan siya. But my entry price is also the same, which is 58 if I'm not mistaken. This one. Sana ba yun? Hindi yan. This one. 58,792. So, yun. So, medyo malayo na din siya. So, it's okay. So, for 69,000, actually, I can compute that using the 100 times leverage. But, of course, since walang proof of this, like, for example, dito sa FTX na shareable profit, as much as possible, ayoko siya sanang i-share. Pero I can compute it actually. So anyway, kasi dati nag-share ako ng unrealized PNL. Pero sa ngayon, unrealized for me is just unrealized. So much better if I share the one that I closed. So sabi niya kung magda-down pa daw siya. So let's look at the lower time frames. Though meron ngang bearish divergence on the daily time frames. Medyo malayo kasi yung sa akin na eh. So, I'd rather wait for my TP area. Diba? Masaya na nga ako sa 69 eh. So, sayang hindi na dapat pala nilagay ko na lahat doon sa 69. So yung mga yun, syempre, hindi mo din may expect na ganun yung mangyayari, di ba? So, nagulat ako pag gising ko, bagsak na. Ang kulit lang yun. Pero yung 69, hindi ko na naalala na may posting ako doon. So, anyway. So, dito kasi sa 3 hours, consolidating pero of course on conservative note, dapat at least mag-breakout siya above the EMA 30. Okay, check natin to. Just so, wala masyado. Para sa akin, it's just neutral kasi nasa gitna siya. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame. Uy, nagkaroon siya ng bullish divergence doon. And, okay. Pero meron siyang dito. Nagkaroon siya ng death cross sa 1 hour time frame. Ay, di pala yan. Yung isang arrow dito. So, syempre, pag may ganyan, off muna ako. Kasi baka i-retest niya ulit tong $63 na yan. Kasi nahihirapan siyang mag-breakout sa EMA. EMA 30 and EMA 60 eh. Not unless you're using other EMAs. At saka dito, meron siyang doji. So, napansin nyo, nagkaroon ng reversals na doon. So, wait a bit. At least mag-trade siya above that doji. Ba? Lagi kong tinitignan yung mga dojis eh. So, yun. Diba? So, possible entry point above EMA 60, which is 65,810. Pero, yeah, pwede nyo siyang bantayan na lang siguro kasi syempre hindi naman natin masasabi kung tutuloy siya or babagsak. Pero yung support na tinitignan ko is of course the 63,000 area. And dead cross, ayoko munang mag-enter kung plano kong mag-scout neto. So, no trade zone muna sa akin. I'll wait for a confirmation of that reversal kasi a doji tapos pababa. Posible siyang magtuloy-tuloy and retest this one. Buti kung ito lang yung i-retest niya, di ba? Paano kung magkaroon na naman ng dump, di ba? So, on conservative note, and then, wait ko siya above this area. So, actually, pwede nyo siyang lagyan ng pwede kayong mag-set ng alert kung meron na kayong trading view. Kung a free subscriber like me, isa lang yung pwede nating alert. So, syempre, kung ano yung binabantayan nyo, yun yung gamitin nyo. But, yeah, sa ngayon kasi, ang binabantayan ko is Ethereum. Kasi actually, Ethereum is my biggest gains year to date. Kasi ang biggest gains ko is Ethereum, Litecoin, and then BTC. Pangatlo lang si BTC, BTC, that's a perpetual contract. Yan na, ko lang kasi. So, yun. Pag nag-breakout siya dyan, yun. Dun na siya. Diba? $69. Tsaka even dito, check mo yung diba? Nag-resist siya. Yan, dyan. So, kailangan i-break out niya muna yung RSI na $45. Ay, $45. RSI na 45. Diba? So, yun lang. So, yun lang masasabi ko. For me, it's more, I'll just wait for reversal or reversal na lang muna or wait at support. Kasi kung dito kung mag-short ako, baka ano na din siya, hindi na siya ganun ka-profitable, di ba? Kasi RSI 42 and then regular bullish at 29, hindi na din ganun kaano. Tsaka on a long-term note, yeah, napansin nyo yung mga trades ko, mostly it's longs. Although may mga short, pero ano lang yun, mga scalp lang yun kapag nagbabantay ako. I think sana share kong spreadsheet, isa lang yung short dun eh. And then the rest all longs. So I think yun lang masasabi ko sa BTC. It's more on a wait for me. Wait to break above the EMAs and then I will relong. Kasi there's a possibility na i-retest niya yung 63 dahil nga may doji and there is a dead cross in 1 hour time frame. Aside from that, on daily, meron siyang bearish divergence, di ba? So, posible pa tong magtuloy-tuloy. So, yun lang yung comment ko sa BTC. For now. Yeah, next support kasi is the 60,800 on a daily time frame. Which is, I think that's already a very strong support area. Sa logarithmic chart, parang, yeah, 60 din dun, di ba? So, yun. So, next, done na siya. Might be. So, I'm waiting at the moment. So, what can be the target price for ADA? For me, 310 and then the rest at $5. All-time high, 3.10, then $5 for my phone. Anyway, disclaimer guys, I'm not offering any financial advice. So always please do your own research and trade cautiously. Good. So good evening and then ano pa ba? Okay. We also sell at $5. AVAX entry and target. So let's try to avalanche. Was it here? Yeah, that's there. There's a lot of drawings already. So it's holding at resistance. I mean, at previous resistance now becomes the support area. So as long as it will hold at this area, I might possibly go long. Wait, let's add a bit of this. Nothing much. We'll use this one. Ay, the last one. Mag-trade siya about dun. Dun talaga sila. Ano na ba to? Let me just check this one. $72. Mag-ano siya dun. And this is a possible bearish divergence. So I'll just wait a bit around this area. 79, which is the previous highs. I'll try to check on the rest of the lower time frames. Pangit. But I like this one. So I'll use this one. For Avalanche, on a daily time frame, it's actually holding at resistance, now becomes the support area. As long as it hold above this resistance or support area now, I might possibly go long with the possible target of, we'll just extend the fib from there, from the previous top to all time high, which is the 107 to 110 area. A long position. I'll use the 3 hours. But since the 3 hours is not yet closed, I'll wait for it to close above the EMA 30, which is the $88. Because if it did not hold at that EMA, might possibly retest back the 79, which you might possibly got liquidated if it's futures. So depending on your plan, Avalanche, actually don't have holdings, and yeah, I think I'm not also trading this one on futures. I think previously I did trade it, but not now. So I think that's it for Avalanche. Though on fundamentally, I think it is a good long term hold. Though currently I don't hold it right now. I don't know. I think it's not included in here. That's why I did not, or I just forgot. Yeah, there is no spot. So I did when I did trade the Avalanche perpetual contract. I did not settle it in Avalanche because I can't convert it to Avalanche itself. So that's why I just settled it in USDT. But if there's a spot, I should have had converted it to Avalanche. So anyways, that's it for Avalanche. My possible target 108 to 110. Possible entry price above 88. I will wait for the 3 hours to close above the EMA 30, and then stop loss at 79. But if you plan to do it in tranches, then just leave the stop loss. But once you completed your 100% of your position, then always put a stop loss. Then, so it's done with Avalanche. I'll trade it above 108. Ano? Ay, no, 88. Above EMA 30 or $88. Then TP at 108 to 110. And SL at, what's that, 79? Yeah, 79. Axie. So, Axie naman. So, let's try to use Axie. Ano bang nangyari sa Axie? Actually, I have no position sa Axie for now. But since the last time I traded, yeah, meron din akong Axie that I earned for trading Axie perpetual. So, may holdings na ako. Because there is, I can easily convert it to Axie. So, parang pag nag-trade ako ng futures, it's already a remembrance for me if there is a spot of that asset. Uy, 5,600. Is it? Okay. I'll just share it. Share it. Ang kulit eh. Balik tayo sa Axie. So, din tayo sa daily time frame muna. Check natin. Pero kung i-logarithmic chart mo to, actually, it's a long-term uptrend. So, check muna natin. Kasi depende sa plano nyo eh. And if you look at also at the year-to-date gains, kano yung year-to-date niya, I think, so kita mo naman, 24,630.60% year-to-date based on coin market cap data. Kaya makikita mo na it's really, yung trend niya is that uptrend. Actually, I'll just use this one. Diba? Actually, pwedeng parallels lang sana eh. Parallel channel. Then, kung makikita nyo, it seems like a possible flag here. Possible flag forming, but of course, on conservative note, I'll wait for the breakout. But anyway, long-term pa rin naman. It's still on a long-term uptrend. So what's our next target here after it break out? I think 300 something or close to 400 if I remember it correctly. So that's, we'll just add that up after the breakout, which is on the conservative note. If we'll put this at resistance as at the current candle, that might possibly be close to $400 as it's much more on a long-term target. Then we'll just look at the short-term one using the regular chart, and then support at 110, which is this consolidation support area. So I think that's it for AXI. Then we'll move on with, we'll remove that and let's look at the regular chart. So that's my long-term take on AXI. And that's why I also set, I don't know if there is some AXI here. Let me check. Some of which I settled in USD. I like this one. I don't know what type of settlement is this. Oh, this one is the one that I settled in AXI. The one on my transactions, close transaction October 30 and yeah, October 30, and I don't know for the rest. So I think that's it. Yeah, I think I have quite some Axie transaction because it's also one of my favorite over the last few weeks. It's actually very volatile. So anyway, so we'll just look at the this one. Nagano siya oh. Mukhang mag-hold siya, and we'll use the EMA 30 as our support area, which is this area. On conservative note, we'll use the one that at least below the doji. And then immediate target at 171. I think the last time that I trade this one, my TP is 163. And then from there, it went, yeah, I remember it's 163. So from here to here, at unless pag nag-breakout kasi to, ano na naman eh. Ang ganda ng ano niya. So anyway, we'll just try to, kasi ako din, I'm also looking at it. So yeah, I'll try to check on the possible risk reward. Because I might also personally trade it if this is an attractive one. But yeah, at current levels, might not be, or I might more or less wait a bit. Wait, let's try to look at the 1 hour time frame. Kasi 138 lang siya eh. I'm really very strict with the risk reward ratio of at least 2. Not unless I'm scalping it, because of course on scalping I also have a different possibly support area. So at least 1 hour, not much. Sayang pala, hindi ako nag-18. Grabe yung nag-18. Sayang, tulog ako. Tulog. Ang kulit lang eh. So we can actually use this one as our support in 1 hour time frame. And then, kaso meron siya kasing, this is a dead cross there. So of course, I will wait a bit to trade it above the EMA 60, which is 148, or maybe more or less 150, 149 to 150 area. Ang posible kong support, I mean test long, or wait, hanap ako ng, kasi posible kong gamitin ito unless I will plan to do it in tranches. And this will be my stop loss in 1 hour time frame. So yung pinakababa nitong mga to. Kasi nag-consolidate siya dyan. Dito sa area na to. Nag-consolidate, breakout, and then, yun, nag-breakdown siya ulit. But currently, hindi pa naman close yung current candle. So, on conservative note, I will wait above the EMA 30. So, bago ako mag-long. Diba? I don't know, it's 166 here, but it's the all-time high is 171. Does we miss something? Well, I don't know why it's showing 166. Anyway, so yun, antayin ko na lang siyang konti. Diba? So if ever I'm gonna trade it this way, after it hit above the EMA 30, hold above EMA 30, possibly that will be my TP, and stop loss will be this. So possibly 3.45 na risk reward ratio at possible 49 na entry point. Stop loss at 144 and then 166 as TP. As you can see, when I'm trading, I'm adjusting my stop loss above my entry point if ever my position is also same with the market direction. So, yan. Normally, ganun ako mag-trade kapag ganyan, tapos umakyat-akyat siya. Kunwari, it's already trading at 160. I will adjust my stop loss to more or less 155. Ganun. Para in case of reversal, I'll take TP at stop loss or TP at my profit, take profit area. So that's normally how I trade. And then I do it in tranches, 25, 25, 25, 25% until it hit 100% normal position size. So, Axie done. So, natatandaan ko pa rin yung ano, no? Close to 400. So, minsan natatandaan ko din kapag inaano ko eh. So, I Axie done. You can join my Telegram. Okay. Target price. Wait, natitrade si IOTA. I don't know. I think I traded it once. But I settle it in USDT. I remember. There's a perpetual in. Let me just delete that. There's actually a perpetual here. And we'll use first the daily time frame. So it's already at so yan yung golden cross niya. Same lang yung VWAP sa EMA. And then and this one. this area is already the strong. Currently trading. I'm gonna use this one as our support area. Sorry. So that is 1.29. As long as it trade above 1.39, though meron siyang wick dito alam kasi. Karoon lang siya ng wick eh. Kapag futures, of course, you should adjust your stop loss below that wick. Normally, ganun ako eh. Ayoko kasing nawi-wick eh. Nawi-wick eh. Mawi-wick ka tapos bigla siyang aakyat. So, unless you're planning to hold it long term. So, dito, as long as it trade above 1.29, napansin nyo, it's actually a golden cross. Point of control within this area also, and the EMAs also within this area. But the EMA 30 is 1.34. At least it should trade above it before I'll go long. So my possible entry point may be possibly 1.35. So I'll wait a bit. And then possible TP at this area, 2.10. Let's try to look at the other. This is a possible. Let's just draw a bit of this. And I think it's still. It's too far already. So you can see it's already also at support area. So I might possibly on conservative note. Yeah, wait a bit at that above EMA and then I'll go long. So we can actually this one on can actually use this one. Of course, on conservative note, we'll use the that one as the trend as our first target area. Because after it break out, of course, that will be a different thing, which is you can, diba? We can measure the height of that, copy that after it break out. But on conservative note, at the moment, we'll use the 1.76. I will use that as an initial target or TP1, and then entry price 136 or 135, and then stop loss at, it's my stop loss 1.18. If that will be 100% of my normal position size. But if I do it in tranches, of course, stop loss will be, I will leave the stop loss and then I'll just put it after it completed my 100% position size. So breakout to this 1.76, possibly to 3.52 area. So Diota done. Target price. Yeah, initially, target natin 176 muna. Pag nag-breakout, then we'll adjust it to that 3.52. 1.76 breakout to, what's that? 3.52. So, I think yun na siya. Ano nang nangyari sa Di ba ako na-stop out? Di naman siya nag-53 kasi 5,300 yung aking stop adjusted stop loss area. But I think it might continue kasi it's already how many days after it hit. So it's already been on a downtrend for about 2 weeks. So I think for the next 2 weeks, it might possibly an uptrend. So yeah, I think over the last couple of days, I think when it trade above the 1,000, I already start trading it. So yeah, I think I also made a lot. I think so. I also made a lot of profit from Shiba. Some of which I settled in Shiba during my first few trades, and then after that I settled in USDT. So I no longer converted it. So I think that's it for now. As long as it trade above the this one, that will be another confirmation of its bullishness. Most of my what's that? Most of my TPs are actually on 10,000. 10,000. But yeah, I have few here at 8,000 and 9,000, I think. So yeah, I think that's it for, well, I'm just looking at it for the Shiba one. And then what else? Oh, Thai is doing great. I think I have nothing much to share. Hirap talaga si SLP mag-akyat. Oh, Ada is going to point to my buying price. Oh, maybe let's try to look at LTC. I still have one that waiting at $300. Let's just delete that everything and then we'll create one. Diba? So we'll use this. It's actually, yeah, it's on based on perpetual, it's top two of my biggest gainers based on dollar terms. Though sometimes it's quite not much moving. Pero nakakapagante kasi ako. So the last time I traded it, yeah, I hit my TP 230 and then 230 also here and then 230 also here and I think 258 and then 275, 290 and I still have at 300 area. Oh, I think it was done already. No. 302, but it depends on the exchange. Mine is, I think, not hit. So anyway, and then I have a posting also at 232, possible long, just if ever it went below uh, or retest at that one, because I'm expecting a possible retest of it, 232, before it will retest the all-time high, which is more than $400. So, and it's a golden cross already a few days ago. So most of my trades after that golden cross will be, of course, just longs. So yan, kapag nag-dead cross na, yun, ayoko na siya. I'll just find another. I think yeah, actually LTC, before at the beginning of the year, actually I settled some in LTC and then I just sold it. I don't know if it's close to 300 or $400, but it's not on the highest. So within the range, 300 to $400. I settled it in USDT. I mean, I converted the one that I settled in LTC futures gains. So what can I say for this? Yeah, maybe let's try to use this one. And this, so it's already at. So yan. So we'll use this one as our strong support area, which is the 200 What's that? Is it 200? 190. 190 area as our strong support area because that's where the point of control is, or most of the transaction have been done at 190 area, or 184 to be exact. And then that's also where the VWAP is. And then as you can see, after the breakout on that area, it actually continues to move higher. So I think that's already a strong support area. Though I just discovered this fixed volume profile just a few days ago. But it's already one of my mostly traded futures. Though, yeah, silently, I'm trading this one. I don't know if, yeah, I think I also posted it. And what I like about Litecoin is that, yeah, I remember the one that there's actually a bit of liquidation on that exchange that I'm using. And then, yeah, I bought it around, yeah, I forgot what's the buying price. And then I ended up 6 digits ROE. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's 100 plus. So sometimes it's also good if you're watching the market in case of there is really a dump, then you can buy some. So that's why it's one also of my favorites. So the support I'm looking at is the 232 breakdown to strong support level, which is the 184. And then our target area after this is, of course, the all-time high. So actually, ano na yung ano kanina? I don't know if yung parang ganito din. Yeah, I'll spec it that way. Though my drawing is not good. Ang pangit. Anyway, so it's still gonna good thing to enter Shiba. To enter Shiba, na nag-enter, I think what's my entry price? 5,100 something eh. But actually, I still have one, the one that I opened at 7,309. I'm still maintaining it. It's still an open position. I just, because my TP there, this one, still an open position because there's still an X, which means I did not close it yet. And my TP is the 10,000. So if ever you're still below, mas, but let's try to look at it. Yeah, I think so. It's really, what's the volume here? Let's just check on the volume. Yeah, it's still 7 hours before it closed. So medyo ano pa, ilang oras pa kasi. Pero tignan mo naman, I think it's, that's one of the reason why I bought it is that there is a bullish divergence here. And then, yeah, I think there is just bullish divergence there. And it holds at EMA 30, which is the 4,800. And my TP there is, I think, 10,000. I don't know if 10,000 or, I think, yeah, 10,000. But I already have a stop loss at 5,300. And normally, my stop loss is actually, I'm adjusting it if ever. So it's actually a moving stop loss. Or actually, I'm trailing my stop loss as long as I'm awake and watching the market. So once it hit or break above this VWAP and the point of control, I think that's another two already. That's already 4 possible confirmations of its bullishness. That's my opinion. So, and you can see that if ever the risk reward is actually attractive. But normally, I don't trade an asset if the risk reward is less than 2. So, syempre, di ba? Dapat dun tayo sa mas malaki yung posibleng rewards. Kasi crypto is actually very volatile and very risky in general. So, dapat magano din tayo. Always manage risk. So, there are 2 reasons why I bought it or I long it. And then, trading above the 5,800, that's another 2 confirmations of its bullish trend. So I think that's it. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, what's your trading plan? I'll just share mine. Target price for XRP. Ano na bang nangyari sa XRP? Actually, I have one. But it's a futures. And then I close some. So that's just 50 times leverage kasi yan na yung maximum sa XRP. So depende sa ano. And then, nagre-long ako konti lang. Ang kulit ko lang na. Anyway. So it depends on what your plan for XRP. Though I also have one, actually I accumulated starting last year, I think December last year, when the issue with the SEC started. So medyo matagal ko na din siyang hawak actually. Though I'm using the XRP as also as collateral to my futures trade. So hindi naman siya natenga. So of course, the higher the value of it, the more risk that I can take. Kasi syempre, tataas din yung value ng futures wallet ko. But right now, I'm just normally using 0.5 of my futures wallet. Yun na yung ano ko, yung maximum ko. Dati kasi I can trade as much as whatever is the amount on that wallet. So, hinaf ko na siya. Hindi na ako masyadong aggressive kasi syempre medyo pa-end na ba. Well, tingin ko lang if ever na mag-end kasi siya ng December, so syempre, di ba? Kaya nakikita nyo, nagsisettle na din ako mostly in a USDT. Actually, it's on my portfolio in one of the exchange is USDT and USD is more than 25%, 25 to 27% of my total portfolio. O, di ba? Napapansin ko yung mga yun. Yeah, because stable coin should also be part of your portfolio, di ba? Parang ano din, like other fund managers, normally may cash din naman sila to avail of the possible opportunities that may come. So, dito sa XRP, yan, natulog kasi ako. Di ba tinitignan natin sa 1.10? Kaso, alam ko nag-hit siya sa exchange na yun ng 1.10 So, bihira. Anong oras kasi naman ito? Ano ba yun? 5 o'clock? Di syempre tulog ako. Ang kulit lang yun. One of the reasons why nagre-long ulit ako kasi is I think the 1.10 is really a very strong support area. So it just need a catalyst for it to move higher. And yeah, if you compare it with the rest of the cryptocurrencies, altcoins out there, yeah, it's been lagging as to returns, and I think it need to catch up a bit. Kasi 'di ba yung mga iba, it's already new all-time high. Ito, hirap pa 'di ba? Di sana kung sa iba ko na settle or kinonvert yung kita ko, di sana mas malaki pa. But then again, syempre, di ba, hindi naman natin masasabi yung mga ganyan. So, my immediate target is the 1.4 breakout to 1.96 and possibly from there to all-time high. Medyo mabilis na lang siya from there kasi hindi naman siya ganun. Tingin ko na strong resistance kasi ilang candles lang naman eh. Dito talaga siya masyadong nagtagal. So I think that's it for XRP. Ano yan? Target price, immediate 1.4 to 1.96, then all-time high at 3.30, I think. 3.30 ang naalala ko. Yeah, more or less ganun. But I plan to sell it at 5 maybe. So SHIB, I think we're done with SHIB. Di mo ba na ano? We're done with SHIB, so I'll just this one. Personally, I have a long position in Shiba, but I opened it at 5,146. I adjusted my stop loss, or I entered the stop loss at 5,300 and my possible TP at 10,000. 10,000. So the reason why I bought it or I long it is because first, it seems like it's holding at EMA 30, which is the white one here, or that's 4,800 area. Second is that there is a, a bullish divergence at that area. So that's two reasons why I long it. And then I'm waiting for another two confirmations once it hit above at least this one, which is above that, which is 5,000. Meron bang ano to? More or less, i-ano natin above. 5,008. Hindi. Yan. 5,800 area. So once it hit above that, it's another confirmation that it's a bullish already. So, four reasons na yun. So, EMA, it hold. Second, bullish divergence. Third, if it break the 5,800, it break the VWAP and the point of control. So, that will be a four reasons why. And currently, it's already before, yeah, that's already it. Bullish divergence there. So I think that's it. And yeah, we forgot this one. On the daily time frame, it's also a possible a triangle here forming, but of course we'll wait for the closing price, which is might end after more than 7 hours. Kasi madami pang pwedeng mangyari dito. Once it break out that's the fifth reason. Diba? So yun. So it might possibly delete 1-0. That's my personal opinion only. So yun na si Shiba done. So I think yun na. Do you have any other questions? Ah, did I share a bit? Yeah, EOS. Yeah, I did trade it, but I got stopped out. Yeah, because I adjusted or entered my SL at 4.98 and it's currently doing at how much? What's the 4.93, which is almost close to my entry price already. I did not relong it already because I'm watching Shiba. It's actually very volatile. So if ever it becomes or it confirmed or trade above 5,800, maybe I'll watch it and scalp it. So next, ano pa ba? Ano pa ba yung mga trinade ko? XRP, nagano ako. Senior, nagano ako eh. So maybe we'll just check on it. Si Chaliz, I think it's, ano ba yun? I think Golden Cross ata siya, if I remember correctly. Kasi nga nakatag siya dito sa akin. Or yeah, yung mga nakatag kasi yung mga tinitingnan ko, or at least meron akong position. Or yeah, mga binawatch ko. So, I think that's it guys. May tanong pa kayo? Yeah, okay. Soul daw. Si Soul, ano na bang nangyari kay Solana? Ayos ah. So we'll just delete that one. I never tried to. Yeah, let's try to look at the, I don't know if we try to look at the log chart of it. I think not. We'll just try to check it out. So anyway, before that, I'll just want to share this one. Because yeah, I'm actually exploring also also exploring. Yeah, the point of control, I just started using it this month, and I'm planning to use it on a medium to long term trend. The divergence indicator, normally I use it as a short term, for short term. Also POV and EMA as a medium to long term. And of course, there should always be the trend and at support and resistance for me to buy or short a transaction. Yeah, hindi ko na, and of course, the risk reward should be at least 2. So, ganun lang. Parang simple lang as much as possible. The simpler, the better. So, katulad dito, di ba? For free subscriptions pala, for TradingView, you can just use maximum of 3 indicators. But if the 3 indicators does not fits you, you can actually add more. And subscribe. Meron silang Pro Plus, Pro Plus, ano pa ba? Pro Plus, and I think Premium. So, at different subscription price. But always remember, kung hindi nyo naman nagagamit, yeah, you can just, diba? At the end of the day, it's your trading decision that matters, regardless of how many indicators you're using, kahit 1,000 yan. Kasi kapag masyadong madami, it might also complicate you. Yun. Di natin nakita. Meron pala siyang doji doon, ha? And then reversal. I don't know if we have seen this one previously or yesterday. Normally, I'm highlighting the dojis. But if you look at the trend, it's actually a very good uptrend. Ayun na. Nag-ano lang siya. So how about here? So yung iba, if you look at the previous ones, dito, nagbe-break below siya ng, it's breaking below the EMA 30. A bit. Diba? For this one, it might just close lang siya eh. close to EMA 30 kasi dito the EMA is 207 and it went low as 215. Because it might be, ano na ba yung tinitignan ko, it might possibly a cup and handle. So I'll wait for that. Ay, though I'm not good sa drawing. Ang kulit lang eh. Anyway, so of course, on conservative note, I'll wait on that 249. If I'm not mistaken, before, I think I trade this one. And yeah, I know that the 249 is my possible target area, but I closed it and then I opened mana instead. But still at a gain if I'm not mistaken. And then but of course I'll wait for the breakout here. Possibly 362. And I think based on what we have computed, if the crypto market cap will reach $3.79 trillion, Solana might possibly hit close to 300 or actually above $300. So if ever that, so more or less, it's here, it's 360. A possible target after it break out the 249 immediate resistance area I'm looking at para ma-confirm niya yung possible cup. Then, yeah, support I'm looking at is the EMA 30. If you look at the previous ones here, it actually a break below that, but it did not, but the EMA 60 holds. So, posibleng it might possibly retest that EMA 208. So, let's try to look at on the lower time frames. Yeah, oh, there is a possible. So, we'll use that one as our support area. The one that 215 if I'm not mistaken. So 215 as support. On 3 hours, yeah, we need to wait a bit and trade above 240 before I go long. In trading, yeah, you should have patience because entering the market without it might get you burned. So yun. So if ever I'll trade this one, actually I have holdings already. I settle some of the Solana perpetual gains that I have to Solana. So I'm holding some Solana and how will I plan to trade it? Of course, I'll just trade the futures. Holdings, I might hold it long term. Currently, I'm using it as collateral. So a possible entry price for me is above EMA EMA 30, so possibly I might re-enter at 242 because the EMA is 241, so we'll use 242. And then possible TP all-time high, which is, what's the all-time high here? I forgot what's the all-time high. Anyway, I'll just use the daily. 267, we'll go back here. And then profit level 267, TP1, and then stop loss. Of course, I'll use the EMA 60 because I will re-enter at above EMA 30. So it's just right for me to use the EMA 60, which is 237 area. So that's a possible 4.6 for me. But of course, for long term, yeah, I'll just wait for my, yeah, I'll just use it as collateral. I do plan to, I think some of which are actually been staking in Sol Wallet, something. So I think that's it. TP1 at all-time high, and then next target to 300. We'll use this one on conservative note, the 316 that we have computed here, and then third TP, of course, the 364. So if ever I might go long. So antayin ko lang siya at to trade above EMA 30. Oh, it's already 5.3, so I might got stop out. So at least it's 5,300. Di pa siya na stop out. Anyways, so done na si Solana. Done. So ano pa? Uy, ETH ah. ETH doing good. Sige, push mo yan. I'm waiting at 5,000. That's my TP area. The one that still remains. Yeah, but I also, yeah, it's also a lost opportunity here because I did not wake up on that alert. Ang kulit lang eh. But anyway, always TP when you're happy with your profit. It's okay to have a or TP. Yeah, as much as possible, control your greediness. Control your greediness, because sometimes, especially for futures, you're already at profit, and then the market suddenly dump. And of course, the worst thing that may happen is that if you are not managing much your position, you might get stopped out or liquidated. Especially if your liquidation is not zero, or if you're working with a very tight liquidation price. So, yun. So, ako kasi, more or less, nakakatulog ako ng 8 hours. Dati kasi, I'm so stressed in trading when I'm starting trading futures, because normally I'm seeing a liquidation price which is just close to my entry price, just a few dollars from my entry price. But at least now, I can sleep more than 8 hours, actually. 8 hours. Actually, I sleep 8 to 10 hours. That's my normal. Though my sleeping time change. Dati kasi I slept, natutulog na ako 10 p.m. Eh ngayon, medyo sa madaling araw na, so nagigising ako mga tanghali na, lunchtime or hapon na minsan. Ayun. So yan. Do you have any other questions? If none, then I will end this stream. Yeah, I think we did not look at how the BTC dominance have been doing over the past, I think over the past streams that we have. I have. Oh, it's forming a possible death cross. Yeah, death cross. You know. So it means alts might be rallying soon. So that's possibly 39. So if ever, yeah, alts rally coming again. So a possible death cross forming. I think though I trade the BTC perpetual, I no longer settling it in BTC or even buying BTC because for me over the um, sa future, I think most of it will be on the real use cases will be on altcoins, yung mga sila. So sila yung mag-reign. So yun, the possibly it might retest the 39%. Worst case, of course, the all-time low, which is the 35%. So yun. So so I might possibly be changing from a BTC to might possibly ETH and Litecoin as my possible futures trades. Yeah, though currently my biggest gains already is LTs, ETH, LTC, and then third is only the Bitcoin. But I think when it comes to the in wallet, BTC is even much higher. Yeah, versus LTC. Anyway, pangit eh. It's actually seems like yeah, I just don't like this one. It actually seems like a doji, though it's not that much. We'll try to use this one, the Renko chart. The Renko chart already says that it's a bearish one. So it might continue and retest the 39. So over the next couple of weeks or over the next couple of months, I might trade mostly altcoins. Diba? Kasi doon yung mostly possible returns. Ayan, double top pala yun. Triple top naman dito. And then dito, wala masyado. But the EMA 60 serves as a resistance here. So, dito tayo. Dito sa pangit. Pangit nito. But it's good for alts. So, that may be it. Breakdown to this 35 all-time low. So, the question is what altcoins will be rallying on that time. So anyway, let's see. And it's what's that? Might even yeah, at least it did not stop out my my position. Though it's still at the gain, but of course. So I think that's it, guys. If you have no more questions, then I will end the stream in 1 minute. So I hope everyone is trading well and gaining well in this bull run. Kasi if you're not making any profit ngayong bull run, it might be much harder for us to make profit if sa mga bear season. Ayun lang ang opinion ko. So, share ko na lang yung mga positions ko. Yeah. ETH, yes, hopefully it hit a new all-time high at 5,000 and hit my TP area. Ulit ko lang. Actually, I love ETH. Yeah, not just because I don't like it on the fees, of course, on the transaction fees, but the perpetual one because it gives me a very good profit. So yeah, so it's even nice. Dent, what happened to Dent? What's with Dent? Actually, I'm trading Dent. I think last time I long it and then I shorted it. I just don't know what's the update. Let's look at the socials. Some of which actually I settled in Dent because it's also available in FTX. Welcome to the new brand of mobile data. So what's new? So eSIM, yes. Oh, not it's not actually new. Nothing new because the last post is November 5. I just it's doing well. Let's try to look at this on Renko bar still at the bearish, but seems like the EMA 30 might hold. And let's look at the candlestick. So it's already a yeah, EMA 30 also holds. Immediate resistance close to that 10,000. Oh, that's 10,000. 9,000. Just the 9,000. And like almost, I think almost all. I think we have seen others. What are the others na ganyan siya? So anyway, yeah, kasi most of the altcoins, I mean, some of the altcoins have already reached an all-time high or a new all-time high, and some are still lagging. And yeah, I think it's one of that might possibly catch up. And what's the possible, if ever, possible 200%, if ever it hit that uh, 0.022 high. I just don't know what's the highest all-time high. So the all-time high here is, oh, it's even 11 cents. But this one is here. 2018. Maybe there's something missing here. Oh yeah, there's something missing. So should not be, will not use this chart. Just so you know. And as you can see, the volume is actually rising. So there is actually a volume divergence here. Oh, so I might possibly, yeah, I have a few holdings here because of that dent futures. And yeah, it's just that we can't, I think we can make a add or draw here. But as you can see, the all-time high here is the 11 cents. And then currently right now it's doing around 0.007 or and then you can see the volume spike. So there is a volume divergence that might possibly retest that 11 cents. And that 11 cents, oh, it's not complete. So we'll use this one to that 11 cents. We'll just use the coordinates and then this one. So that would mean a possible 1,000 plus 1,4 if ever. Oh, so I might possibly look into it again or I might possibly add from here. That's just my own personal opinion anyway. So you maybe let's try to check on the other exchange. I want to see that 11 cents. So this might not be it. Oh, just 2 points. Then, yeah, just only 3. Yeah. Well, I don't know what exchange was that. That gives it an 11 cents. Let's look at the market here. But the other exchange are not here. Why not here? Well, I don't know. Maybe Dent USDT. Let's try Dent USDT. Yeah, just the same. Or maybe just Dent. Or how about, no, I don't like the Ethereum one. Oh, but anyway, yeah, we'll just use the coin market cap overview here. Though we'll just did not make any drawings, but I think you can see it from here. So I think yun na siya. Nag-scan lang ako ng the rest of the cryptocurrencies.